This is Mac OS Ken.
Quickly comes the iPhone 16 line. Apple's hearing aid plans get the go-ahead, and a strange trailer for a dark comedy. It is Friday the 13th of September. Body more like body. Am I right? I'm Ken Ray, and this is that was so dumb. This is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSKen. Faster 5G, faster charging. These are just two of the relatively unheralded features that will greet users of the upcoming iPhone 16 line. Actually, the faster 5G is just for the Pro end, apparently. According to a piece from 9to5Mac, the new iPhone 16 Pro offers an up to 26% faster boost in 5G download speeds thanks to its new Qualcomm Snapdragon X75 modem. Citing tests from SpeedSmart, the 26% increase goes to Verizon, 26.4% to be precise. Download speeds for AT&T show an increase of 25.7%. T-Mobile's download speeds increased a smaller, though still respectable, 19%, if I got my math right. It's not just 5G that fares better. According to a 9to5Mac report earlier this week, all four iPhone 16 models also offer support for Wi-Fi 7, which brings significant upgrades such as lower latency and much higher transfer speeds. Wi-Fi 7 is also capable of reaching speeds of up to 46 gigabits per second, over 5 times faster than the current generation of Wi-Fi. As for the faster charging, it's actually kind of tough to know what to make of it. According to a piece from Cult of Mac, notes from a Chinese regulatory agency showed the entire iPhone 16 line supporting 45-watt wired fast charging. This is a notable step up from the iPhone 15 series, which the piece says could only pull a peak power of just under 30 watts. Both of those numbers are well ahead of Apple's stated text and specs, which only mention support for 20 watts fast charging. Now, there's almost no way that you don't remember, but I am practically obligated to remind you that the iPhone 16 line goes up for order today. You knew that, right? Orders start at 5 a.m. Pacific today, Friday, the 13th of September. Yeah, we get it. 8 a.m. back east, 1 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. in Belgique, 8 p.m. in Hong Kong. I could do this for quite a while, but I will not. Hey, are you ordering a new iPhone? I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Leave me a voicemail, 716-780-4080, or drop me a line, info@macosken.com. Well, this did not take long. At Monday's Glow Time event, Apple announced plans to add a hearing test and over-the-counter hearing aid functionality to the combination of iOS 18 and AirPods Pro 2, provided it received approval from the Food and Drug Administration. Well, guess who called on Thursday? According to a piece from Engadget, the FDA has approved Apple's over-the-counter hearing aid feature. Designed for people with mild to moderate hearing loss, it transforms the second-gen AirPods Pro into OTC hearing aids. This follows the FDA's 2022 decision to allow adults with less than severe impairment to use corrective consumer hearing devices without a professional test, prescription, or fitting. Look for that feature to go live next Monday or soon after. Engadget says the functionality will be activated sometime after iOS 18 launches next week. With the new Apple Watch Series 10 and its new display sizes, Apple did out a number of new watch bands this week. Of course, that leaves one to wonder, will old bands fit new watches and vice versa? Yes is the answer, according to a piece from 9to5Mac. The site quotes Apple saying older Apple Watch bands, including 41mm and 45mm sizes, will be compatible with the new 42mm and 46mm cases, and all new 42mm and 46mm bands will be compatible with older Apple Watch models. Orders for new Apple Watch bands started earlier this week. They'll get to stores and consumers when the watch is due, 1 week from today, Friday, the 20th of September. Apple's win-back offers for developers are on the way. Announced during WWDC 24, a piece from TechCrunch says the feature lets developers target people who have let subscription apps lapse with special offers meant to, win them back. According to the report, the ability to configure win-back offers is now open to developers so they can begin to configure their offers by determining customer eligibility, regional availability, and discount type. However, the offers themselves won't be displayed to customers until this fall, according to the Cupertino company. If you're backing old Apple hardware, the folks at Netflix have little use for you. Mac Rumors says the streaming behemoth is dropping support for its application on iOS and iPadOS 16. That means an uncertain future for people sporting an iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone 10, iPad Pro 1st generation, and or iPad 5th generation. The piece says they will be able to use the current version of the Netflix app until it is deprecated, but there will be no more features or bug fixes forthcoming. Upgrade or browser or bust seem to be the three options. Worth noting, the news comes from hints in code found by a Mac Rumors contributor. It is not known which update will end support for the aforementioned Apple devices, though the code itself makes the site think it's going to happen pretty soon. Apple TV Plus put out a sort of questionable trailer for the upcoming series Where's Wanda this week. It's not the subject matter that makes it questionable. It's a dark comedy, and we know that. If you've forgotten, the press release says Where's Wanda tells the story of Dido and Carlotta Klott, who are desperate to locate their missing 17-year-old daughter Wanda, who disappeared months ago without a trace. When the police fail to find her, the family takes matters into their own hands, obtaining surveillance devices with the help of their tech-savvy son. Disguising themselves as employees of an electrical company, they bug their neighborhood and then half their suburb, finding out that behind closed doors, none of their neighbors are who they pretend to be. If you're doing dark comedy, that's fine. The questionable part: the trailer is in English. The show is in German. The dub is weird. Part of me wonders whether they're AI voices or whether the producers of the trailer are leaning into absurdity. The show actually looks like it'll work in German with subtitles. The first 2 episodes of Where's Wanda hit Apple TV Plus on Wednesday, the 2nd of October. They will run one per week after that through the 13th of November. If you want to catch the weirdness, the trailer is up now on YouTube. And finally today, there was the start of an award show last weekend. Apple Insider ran a piece last Monday on the Creative Arts Emmys, news of which I kept pushing because glow time. Anyway, Apple and Apple TV Plus picked up 8 of the Creative Arts Emmys. The flagship drama series The Morning Show picked up 2, one for contemporary hairstyling and one for contemporary makeup, non-prosthetic. The documentary Girl State grabbed 2, one for directing for a documentary and one for cinematography. The comedy series Palm Royale won for outstanding main title theme music. The drama Lessons in Chemistry won for outstanding music composition for a limited series. The award for outstanding sound mixes for a limited series went to Masters of the Air. And finally, Apple's holiday ad, Fuzzy Feelings, won the day for outstanding commercial. And where, you may wonder, be the Reese Witherspoons, the Idris Elbas, The Jennifer Aniston's. Yeah, the Creative Arts Emmys are more for the technical side. Apple Insider says major categories such as Best Series and Best Acting will be awarded this Sunday, the 15th of September. This week on the checklist, brought to you by SecureMac, we were all about the health, safety, privacy, and security features headed to Apple's OS updates. They're hitting next Monday, you know. Find out what's ahead on checklist 392. Look for it at securemac.com/checklist or wherever you get podcasts. macOS Can, brought to you by me and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSCan. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macoscan.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Can. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.